Hey guys, Scott here with Dad Bod Sports, and I've got a very special guest, former NBA champion, two times. We've got Josh Powell here. Josh, what are you up to these days?
What's going on? First and foremost, Scott, I appreciate you with the opportunity to be able to come on and just be a part of your show. And congratulations. Wishing this show nothing but the best moving forward. But everything is well. I'm actually working on a gala that we're doing, mental health gala. This will be year number two. Um, Partnering with Mindful Sport as well as the Steve Francis, Foundation, where we're focusing on mental health, and this year we're recognizing our women in sports and entertainment. So it's going to be a beautiful night. A lot of lovely people will be in the building sharing a lot of their testimonies and being able to build, and our goal is to raise 150 to 200,000 for that night. We got a lot of big projects coming up. One of the bigger projects that we're doing is we're going to take 21 kids overseas for a mental health retreat. We're going to two different countries. One of the countries will be, one of the locations will be Jamaica. The other location will be in Greece. But just looking to help, give back to the youth, teach them a lot about how they can improve their mental health. We're going to have them also serve in the communities, and just being able to be a part of a different culture, different experiences, just those types of things that open their minds up, things that'll motivate them to do better. So it'll be a great cause and a fun night.
That's good to hear. And, I love hearing NBA players and athletes just, doing their part for the community. I had no idea you were working with Steve Francis. That's a personal favorite of mine. He had that nasty hezzy. Oh man, that. But yeah, but I want to talk about you because at NC State, you guys were nasty. Like you played with Grundy, you played with Julius Hodge, one of my personal favorites too. What was it like playing with guys like that? And what was your overall college experience like?
Well, my college experience was definitely a unique one. And first of all, I definitely want to get a chance to salute to my brother, Anthony Grundy, God rest his soul. I got him tattooed on my hand. That was a brother of mine, like somebody that I looked up to and admired. Um, but, those 2 years, I'm very thankful and blessed, obviously, being able to expand on my knowledge of the game, being able to work on a lot of different aspects to my game, um, being able to be in a system. And it's funny because the Princeton offense very similar to the triangle in some ways because it's continuous motion, it's reads, and just really understanding what hard work and dedication is about. So I was grateful. There were a lot of things that didn't go my way, but that's a part of growing, right? Everything is not meant to happen the way that you want it to. So I'm grateful because being at NC State put a hunger in me that exceeded everything from me coming out of high school to go to college. Like I was already hungry, I was already humble, um, but feeling like I had to cross more hurdles and deal with some more things. So it lit a fire up underneath me, and just put me in a position where I just wanted to get better and prove people wrong.
That's great. Yeah. You know, uh, you guys were good. You guys were a special team. But my next question for you is, so you played overseas before the NBA, correct?
So I started with Dallas. When I got released, I went overseas, and then I came back into the NBA.
So what was your fuel to keep going? Like you wanted to make the NBA. That I'm guessing was a life dream of yours. What was the fuel, that got you back to the NBA?
It's a lot of different things. I think for me, I was blessed to be able to play the game that I love. I felt that I always belonged in the NBA, no matter if I was overseas or not. Even being in the NBA, not being able to get as much playing time as I would have liked, um, but just knowing and always wanting to prove people, like that was a lot of my motivation. Um, I had really great representation, And, he had a plan for me and we just stuck to it. And, all thanks to father and mother, I'm a believer. So, being that the creator put me in a position and blessed me the way that he did, I'm just grateful. Like, it was a lot of different things that panned out and worked out in my favor that helped me get back to that point and be able to make it to the highest peak of the mountain. So, it's everybody's journey is different and unique. I was undrafted. So already out the gates, having a chip on my shoulder and just wanting to, prove to people that I belong, because I know and believe that. But that was a part of my motivation.
All right, that's awesome. That really is like that motivation. A lot of people don't have the motivation. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have that chip on your shoulder, you don't have those challenges. What do you have to work to? Like,
Really.
and your shirt there, stay positive. I'm guessing that has to do with your foundation. That definitely, that's the feel. Like, that's a mood. You gotta have that.
No, you do. And what's funny is because I think a lot of us in life, we block our blessings because we compare ourselves or compare our journeys to somebody else's. And it's like, what's for you is for you. And no matter how good you might think that is or how bad, it's like, we are all created to live the life that we're meant to live. And one thing about me is, like, I've been fortunate that I didn't compare myself. Like, I had thoughts from time to time, but I had to snap out of that and just stay the course and stay focused, because I'm human. But because I was so focused and locked in, I was able to achieve, and I was able to, play um, in the best league, and as also the best leagues across the world. Because it's one thing, to make it to the NBA, but it's another thing to stay.
Yeah.
And I don't think people talk about that enough. And then for me, not only NBA, but even overseas, like, I've almost played 2 decades of professional basketball. Like, that's a blessing.
It really
I
is.
literally have nothing to complain about. I'm still obviously playing in the Big Three. So just knowing that I've been able to play professional basketball for that long and to be healthy all of those years, like, all thanks, all praise to father, mother. Like, seriously, like, I'm just grateful.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably 1% of the world that gets to do what they would love, especially professional sports wise, less than 1%, and do it with that type of longevity. It's amazing. It really is, man. And man, and you're happy like that. This is such a great interview. I love the environment. Like, you're so positive, you're so happy. Like, this is cool. Like, this is probably one of my favorite experiences that I've done in a long time, and I appreciate that so much.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but so the question that I ask everyone is, who is the best player that you ever played against? It's going to be tough because you've played against a lot of talent.
But I've also had some amazing teammates. Like,
Right.
I mean, you're talking about Kobe, Dirk, Tim Duncan, Melo. Uh, I mean, it's a long list of guys that I've been fortunate enough to rub elbows with.
All right, how about this? We'll make it
I
we'll
mean,
do this. Who
it's
is the
so out of fairness, right? Because I'm still interested to see what LeBron does when it's all said and done. Because I've had a chance to play against him, guard him, all of that. But I'm definitely gonna go with Bean. I'm gonna go with Cole. Um, when did MJ retire?
He retired in 2002, 2003 with Washington.
So literally, like, when I was coming in, he was out.
Right.
So yeah. So as far as who I've played with, I got it. Is Dirk. Excuse me, it's Kobe. But then I got to put Tim and I got to put Dirk. You know what I mean? Right up underneath that. Like, I mean, that's just greatness. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's a great list. Like,
yeah.
man, that's a great. Actually, I did an interview with Maurice Egger, who played at Michigan State,
Yeah, we was in Dallas together.
Yep, that's my boy. He talked about Dirk, like one of the greatest guys ever, he said. So
Yeah, that too.
that's
Amazing and funny. You wouldn't even realize how funny, silly he is, but he's a hard worker. Like he's just Dirk is a different breed, and he's you know what I mean. He's in a class of his own.
yeah. So and that's cool. Like you and Maurice played together, that's a nice connection there. But my next question for you, and this will be my last question, and then I'll let you go because you got a lot of stuff going on. And you probably get this question all the time, but what's your favorite memory of Kobe? And there's got to be a million.
There's definitely a lot. Again, God rest his soul. Um, one of my favorite moments was when he came to my high school and he helped me present a check to my high school because I was putting a technology center in my school, like donated 15 to 20 computers. It was just a whole 21 reasons to give production. So I was definitely fortunate. Him and Derek Fisher pulled up, and it was on a game day. So it was
Big
like
deal.
yeah, and they like just really grateful that they both took that time because you don't get to see guys like that on the south side of Atlanta.
Right.
And the fact that they came, like there are people who still talk about that to this day. Like, bro, it's still crazy. You brought Cove to the south side. Like, and they appreciate that experience. They appreciate hearing the motivational words that came from his mouth. I appreciate him supporting because you don't really see guys supporting each other like that. So it's a lot of different dynamics, man. But that was a brother of mine, and again, so many memories and things that we have, and not just with me. I mean, you obviously see that he blessed so many people
Oh, the
with
world stopped. The
yeah,
world
with
stopped.
present. He blessed a lot of people, because he made them feel special. He made them feel loved and made them feel important. Um, just really a stand-up guy. Watching him as a husband and as a father was even more so special than watching him on the court. So just all around great guy and amazing legacy. Um, just praying for him and his family. That's another one. He's up here as well. Um, but just constantly praying, man. But him and that tragedy is a reminder as to why we as people have to do better, why we have to love more, why we have to be present, why we have to take the time for our loved ones, ourselves, why we have to be healthy, mentally and emotionally and spiritually, why we have to really take advantage of each day that we're given.
Yeah.
It's a lesson. And to be able to stay in that mindset until the day the Creator calls us home is really, should be the goal. Like how do we serve other people? How do we bring people together? How do we, unite people? Like, oh man, something's going on with somebody in my family or something that was old, like I need to forgive them. If I did something to somebody else, I need to ask them to forgive me. Like those are the important lessons in life. And there's so many more that I could name, but it just goes to show how precious it is. But at the same time, we got to be willing to, do our parts to live the best life that we can so that we can go to the correct place once it's all said and done. So,
Right.
you know, like just living and being a blessing to people, man, and all about, being positive and just being loving.
Yeah. All right. Well, Josh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Uh, I'm gonna stay in touch with you for sure. This has been an amazing experience. And I'll shoot you a message. We would love to donate to your foundation to help out.
Okay.
So, I'll shoot you a message and I'll get that info from you. And once again,
You
man,
know, you know
thank
what you should do? You should do, Scotty. Where are you from? Where you at?
I'm over in Illinois.
You're in Illinois. You should come to the gala, man. You should pull up.
Where's it at?
It's in Atlanta. We're in Atlanta, so if you have time, it's December the 11th. It's still some time, but I could shoot you the details. I could shoot you the video clip. Um, I'm inviting you. You know what I mean? You can grab a ticket, pull up, but whatever. I'll
Yeah.
just make sure I send it over to you, and if there are anything else that we got going on, I'll make sure to invite you and include you on that.
That'd be amazing, man. Yeah, shoot me the details and I'll do everything I can.
It'll be dope, man. A
All right.
lot
Well,
of,
once again, man,
lot of
thank
great
you.
people in the building.
Yes, I bet, man. Well, thank you so much again. Like I said, I'll be reaching out to you, but God bless and thank you. I can't say it enough.
Yes, sir. God bless you, brother.
God bless.